a little bit higher than just
number 10,
making a second qualification round.
Number 11, Kenny
Slightly
Sherry.
Disappointed after
Number
finishing
13,
21st at the
Khalid
World Cup in
Young.
China in 2019.
Thomas
So I'm sure they're not only
number
determined
23,
to qualify
Phil
for the World Cup in
Scrub.
2023 in Asia, but
Kyle
also make
Woodser.
it through to the
coach,
latter stages
Nate
of that
Jargren.
tournament.
Assistant coach Nate Mitchell.
We will now take a break in the commentary to pay respect to the national anthems for both the Virgin Islands and Canada.
Nos ponemos de pie para escuchar las notas del himno nacional de Islas Vírgenes. Let's standing up for the Canada National Anthem. Nos mantenemos de pie para escuchar las notas del himno de Canadá. Following the COVID-19 protocol, the team salute from social distance. Siguiendo el protocolo COVID-19.
National anthems, perfect way to really set the scene for a big game of international basketball. Here's your officiating crew for you this evening. Hesed Diaz from Puerto Rico, Jenna Reno from the USA, and Johnny Batista Palermo from Puerto Rico. Also, strong officiating crew, making sure everything is above board. And we're ready to go here in Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic. They've hosted all of our games so far here within this qualification window in Group C. Wonderful venue, wonderful arena. Shame we can't have fans in the stands. Can't wait for those days to come back where the atmosphere will be raucous and riotous at times. Really adds to the international basketball flavor around the world. And do remember, the qualifiers aren't just happening in the Americas, they're happening in every FIBA region, Europe, Africa, Asia, every team battling it out to make it to the World Cup next year. 18 months ahead of them, potentially a 12-game qualification process. Here's a starting five for the Virgin Islands. Samuel Smith, Richards, Christmas and Amaro are the five that will take to the floor. Plenty of talent coming off the bench for the Virgin Islands as well. Look out for the likes of Xavier Richards. He had 12 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists against last time out. And Coach Donald Bowe, once again on the sidelines for the Virgin Islands, a smile on his face. Certainly has a positive outlook and knows what he's doing is helping the sport develop in his country. And I can pay testament to that because I've commentated on the Virgin Islands, and each qualification window they seem to be putting a better product out on the floor and becoming more and more competitive. As for Canada, well, they should be closer to the finished product. A far more developed basketball nation with plenty of talent that plays in some of the highest competitions around the world. And Coach Bjorklund standing in as associate head coach in the absence of Nick Nurse. Obviously, the NBA season currently in the middle. Here's the starting five for Canada. Bell Haynes, Alexander, the two scrubs, Thomas Scrub and Phil Scrub. And then Kyle Wiltshire rounds out the starting five for Canada. And again, plenty of talent coming off the bench for Canada. No shortage, that's for sure. And we look to Coach Bjorklund, and even though he's just associate coach, what amount of an experience he has. Head coach of the Indiana Pacers last season, assistant coach back with the Toronto Raptors. Again, he's been part of the Canadian coaching setup since 2016 as well, so really ingrained in what Canada are trying to achieve. And what they're trying to achieve is secure their spot at the World Cup in Asia next year. At the moment, they're doing a great job. They won their opening two games against the Bahamas in the first qualification window. They beat the Dominican Republic by 6 in their first game of this second qualification window. They wrap up this qualification window here today against the Virgin Islands before facing the Dominican Republic and the Virgin Islands again in early July. As for the Virgin Islands, they've picked up 3 losses early on, 2 tough early games against the Dominican Republic. They lost against the Bahamas last night, which will be disappointing for them. Lost by 12, and Canada rounds out their qualification window. They'll face the Bahamas again and also Canada again in early July in the final qualification window of this first round of qualifiers. A little over a minute to go now before the tip-off here in Santo Domingo, as the coaching staffs go to work with their final guidance to their team. The Tissot countdown to tip-off ticks through the minute, and we're ready to go. Just a reminder before we take to the floor, easiest way to stay on top of all these World Cup qualifiers taking place all over the world, remember, is to download the World Cup Qualifier app, available on iOS and Android, completely free of charge. And my goodness me, is it stuffed full to the brim with plenty for you to get your teeth into. If you're a stat geek, you can jump into the real-time stats as the game progresses here today. If you're more into the highlight videos, they're there as well. If you want some behind-the-scenes interviews, you can jump into them as well. So much stuff for you to get your teeth into, it's unreal. As both fives now take to the floor. Canada first to the floor, ready to go. They're up for the battle, as are the Virgin Island five, who walk onto the floor now. Both teams exchanging the last of the pleasantries, I imagine. We'll have a 40-minute battle on the hardwood ahead of us as both teams give everything for their country. And we're underway here in Santo Domingo as Canada take on the Virgin Islands in a World Cup qualifier. Canada on the first offense. That one's dropped out of bounds by Kyle Alexander. Turnover, and Virgin Islands will take their first possession, and Canada straight away applying a little bit of pressure onto the likes of Amaro as he brings it up over the half, closely guarded by Bell Haynes. Shot clock down to 9. Amaro has it stripped away. And out in transition is Thomas Scrub. Gets the first score, and that's the scoreboard ticking over for Canada. Thomas Scrub averaging 9 points, 7.7 rebounds a game. He's played in all 3 of the qualifiers prior to today. Christmas now going strong into the paint and gets the score. And he could be critical to the Virgin Islands today. A beast of a big man. Going to work in the paint, could cause some problems for Canada. Wiltshire now, open for the 3, doesn't take it, certainly has it in his locker. Good defense from the Virgin Islands, defending their own paint. Amaro behind the back with some hot handle. Little shot fake drive inside, looks to hand it off, but might have been more sensible to go to the bucket himself. Wiltshire for three. Oh my goodness me, didn't even look like he was on balance. And still it's nothing but the bottom of the bucket for Kyle Wiltshire. Been doing it for years now in Europe though, be it for Turk Telecom in previous seasons or applying his trade for Tenerife this year in Spain. And the shot is good. Another strong move for Raheem Christmas. A quick 4 points for him. Wiltshire from way downtown, no good this time. He was obviously feeling it after that first shot went down. Virgin Islands no good, coming back the other way. Oh, but the shot is good this time. Another three from Kyle Wiltshire. He really is a tough matchup for anyone. He's shooting 55% from outside across the three qualifiers he's played in, averaging 21 points a game. Really is a phenom. Someone that stands at 2'6", that's comfortable spotting up as they are back to the basket is a rarity. Here comes Bell Haynes, 4-on-1 break for Canada. Wiltshire hands it off, and it's just almost blew his lines, Bell Haynes, but Kyle Wiltshire comes in, picks up the offensive rebound and the 2 points. His box score is certainly looking healthy in the opening stages of this one. 8 points for Kyle Wiltshire alongside that rebound. Samuel pulls up, long two, no good. Bell Haynes flies high to pull down the rebound. Scrub goes inside to Alexander. Almost thrown away. It's off the foot of Scrub though. Alexander didn't read. Thomas Scrub making the cut to the basket. And already we're going to have a timeout called. Just about 3 minutes gone in this first quarter, and Coach Bo wants to call a timeout. He's clearly not happy with how his team have started the game. Let's jump into this Virgin Islands huddle. Let's hear what Coach Bo and his coaching staff have to say. Concerning timeout there for the Virgin Islands, as they seem to be crumbling already. A lack of team spirit in that huddle. Players saying they don't have time for things at the moment, not coming in as a team at all. That's tough for Coach Bo to deal with at this stage of the game. They've got a long battle ahead of themselves against a very good team. They'll need to dig deep and certainly not splinter as they seem to have in that huddle. Samuel now drives. He's fouled on his way to the bucket. Kyle Alexander's going to get called for the foul. Samuel will head to the free throw line for 2 free throws. 75% from the free throw line across the first 3 qualifiers. Had 24 points in their win over the Bahamas last night. Jamal Samuel. This is the second of his free throws though. Foul's going to be called. Alexander's knocked to the floor. Amaro called for that foul. Bell Haynes now brings it up over the half, being guarded closely by Max Amaro. Into the low post now. Wiltshire showing his back to the basket, moves. Kicks it out to the opposite wing to Thomas Scrub, who drains another 3. Canada's lead already up to 8. 3.5 minutes gone in this first quarter. Richards, long two, rattles around the iron and eventually gets sucked in to the net. Phil Scrubb now looking to feed Wiltshire in the low post again. Interesting to see if the double comes across. No, they keep straight with him, and that's a tough matchup, as Wiltshire does have a great back to the basket game as well. He's already up to double digits in under 5 minutes of game time. That's a tough pass from Raheem Christmas. Tries to get it across to Laurent Smith. Might have been wiser just to go to the bucket. Double change now for Canada as we see Robertson and Young head into the game for the first time. Phil Scrubb comes out, as does Kyle Alexander. Foul's going to be called as Khalif Young is adjudged to have fouled Raheem Christmas. Second team foul of the quarter for Canada. And Christmas will head to the line for 3 throws. Put in a big performance in the opening game of these qualifiers. 13 points, 10 rebounds against the Dominican Republic. Not shooting great from the free throw line though, just 67% across the 3 qualifiers. Connects with the second. 1 from 2 with his first trip. Trims Canada's lead to 6 points now. Bell Haynes up over the half. Finds a gap in the lane, but can only throw it away as the Virgin Islands defense closes out. Strong move to the basket by Jamal Samuel. Just a little bit out of control. Didn't have the finesse on the finish that he needed. Kyle Wiltshire, step back 3. Not this time for him. Better defense on Wiltshire at that point. Smith now almost steps out of bounds, manages to save it. Virgin Islands getting the majority of their success close to the basket. They haven't found their range from distance as of yet. Scrubb hands it off. The two-handed flush from Khalif Young had a serious amount of power behind it. Let's have a look at the replay. Scrubb hands it off. It's a nice pass. And Young almost posterizes 2 Virgin Island defenders in Christmas and Smith. Thomas Scrubb will head to the bench now as well. It was Smith called for the foul. Young plies his trade in the Polish league, just 24 years of age. Certainly is developing into a superstar for Canadian basketball to utilise on the international stage. Tough press defense from Canada. Virgin Islands break it and bring it up over the half though. Francis hands it off. Good help defense swinging across from Young. Francis now looking to get inside. Canadian defense is absolutely everywhere. Quick feet. Good D, but the rebound is pulled down by Christmas, but stripped away by Robertson. Kajami Keane hands it off, but the foul's going to be called ahead of time. I think that one's on Smith again. It's Coach Bowe. Always a smile on his face. Francis called for the foul. Wide open, Aaron Best kicks it out. That one's in and out. Let's have a look at what the call is. I think the foul's going to be called. Is it on Young? No, it's on Aaron Best. Third team foul of the quarter for Canada. Both teams with 3 team fouls as we're into the final 4 minutes of this first quarter. Certainly has been a quick first quarter. Some fluid basketball from both teams. Richards now. Oh, lovely handle at the top. Almost taken out by his own teammate, though, and has to spill the ball. It spills to his teammate, though, who gets the shot away, and that's a big shot. Quinnell Francis saves the day with a shot clock beating jumper from range. Brings the Virgin Islands back to within 5. Robertson fields Wiltshire down in the low post. Foul's called on Xavier Richards, as Wiltshire will head to the bench and Kyle Alexander will come back in. No true young guns in this Canadian team. Khalif Young, the youngest, quite aptly at 24 years of age. No true veterans either. You've got Owen Klassen and Thomas Scrubb, both 30 years of age, as is Kenny Cherry. That one's tied up. Jump ball as great job from Kajami King. Possession arrow is going to point in favour of the Virgin Islands. That'll just mean that Canada will probably get the first possession of the second quarter, which they wouldn't have had otherwise. Ball inbounded long now. Smith looks to go to the baseline. The door's closed for him, though. That will still be a Virgin Islands ball, as Young couldn't quite control the possession. Samuel now. Spins, fades away, beautiful form. That is a well-honed move from Jamal Samuel. Foul's going to be called as Kajami Keane brings it up over the half. Virgin Islands are in the penalty, so that will send Kajami Keane to the free throw line. Richards heads back to the bench after picking up that foul. Kajami Keane just held back on my comment there. Is yet to miss a free throw. Didn't miss one in the opening game. Didn't take too many, but didn't miss any. Didn't miss his first there either. Got 13 points in his opening qualifier. It's the second as well. His first points of the game. Little over 2.5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter as Canada drop into a 2-3 zone. Smith kicks it out to Amaro. He finds a gap along the baseline. Oh, swatted away. Great weak side rotation from Khalif Young. Bats that one out of bounds. That's great help. And as a guard, that's what you need to know. So you can almost overcommit. Chase shooters out, push them onto their weak hands. You need to know your bigs have got your back if you get beaten on that first step. It's exactly what Young did there. Samuel looking to create some space. That's great defense by Aaron Best. Strong move inside, hands it off. And Best is going to draw the foul off Smith. Best will head to the free throw line. His chance to score his first points of the game. Smith picks up another foul. Virgin Islands struggling at the moment, picking up easy fouls. It's the first of his two. And Coach Bjorkgren won't be overly happy with the first quarter. His team only lead by 6 at the moment, but he won't be too disappointed. Gets the second to drop as well. Christmas now looking to back his way. That's an unbelievable fadeaway. If that one was to drop, that would have been a phenomenal execution of skill. Goes long way downtown. Amaro no good. Alexander slides in front of his teammate to secure the rebound. Alexander now will hand it off to Best. He kicks it out. Belhanes wide open. Drains the three. Sorry, it was Robertson on the wing for the three. Played in all three qualifiers, shooting 50% from outside. Off the foot of Young, so it will remain Virgin Islands ball. As we see Kyle Clark come into the game. I think they're just questioning whether the Robertson shot was a 2 or a 3. The officials on the floor are telling the scorer's bench that it was a 3. They've added the additional point now, so it opens out to a 10-point lead for Canada. Samuel, good passing here. Christmas just about holds on to it. Kicks it to the weak side. Samuel's open for the jumper. Doesn't get the score. Alexander just about scoops the rebound down for Canada, and they'll come back the other way. Kajami Keane now. Oh, nice pass on the roll. And another. Alexander going to work. Just lacking that finesse finish at the end of the tough play. Christmas now looks to drive through the gap. Can't secure it. And Young brings down the rebound. Third rebound of the game for Khalif Young. Add a 10-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Kajami Keane kicks it into the corner. Young's open for 3 and nails the 3. And the big man can step out and shoot the 3. His first 3-point attempt in the qualifiers. Canada still in their 2-3 zone. Samuel gets a shot away, but a near impossible shot at the end of the first quarter. Frustration on show from the Virgin Islands. Canada with smiles on their faces, understandably so. At the end of the first quarter here, it's Canada 27, Virgin Islands 14. Here are the shooting stats from that first quarter. Canada, unbelievably, 5 from 9 from outside already. Carl Wiltshire really leading the way with a big performance from outside. Not the first quarter the Virgin Islands would have wanted. Here are some of the highlight plays from that first quarter. Most of them are going to be from the men in red. The Canadian team have been impressive in that first quarter of action. There's no two ways about it. There's no getting away from that fact. They lead by 13 at the first quarter break. It's a game high lead of 13 as well. Carl Wiltshire has been leading the way. 10 points in a little under 7 minutes on the floor. Also has a rebound and an assist to his name. Scrub, the only other player, and Young with more than 1 bucket. Both of them on 5 points. As for the Virgin Islands, Raheem Christmas doing the job inside. Played all 10 minutes in the first quarter. Has 6 points and 4 rebounds to his name. But going to the way the form book would have suggested prior to the game, Canada really controlling the tempo, playing with a relaxed mindset, rotating through their roster. Already 9 players having seen court time, whilst the Virgin Islands have only used 6. There's a QR code on your screen right now. If you scan that, it will take you where you need to go for all the live stats and plenty more to do with these FIBA World Cup and the qualifiers that we'll have over the next 18 months. So make sure you jump onto that as soon as you can. Let's see if Virgin Islands can bring themselves together here in the second quarter and put on a performance. Second quarter action underway. Canada lead this qualifier by 13. First shot from Robertson isn't great, but Kajami Keane is there to scoop it back. Robertson makes amends, hits a wide open 3. Canada's lead now out to 16. They sit still in this 2-3 zone, almost taunting the Virgin Islands to say break it. At the moment, the Virgin Islands aren't setting up in a structure that can break a zone defense at all. And what they're doing is they're falling into the trap and just taking contested 3s. Into the corner, wide open, Mukama. No good. Oh, wow, what a battle inside. Alexander pulls down the rebound and draws the foul. I think that'll be Kyle Clark that gets the foul penciled against him on the score sheet. Virgin Islands going to make a change already. As we see Francis come out of the game. Into the action comes Xavier Richards. Robertson passes it in as Alexander's hooting and hollering for the ball in the paint. He just established himself and locked out so deep down that it was a gimme of a score if they got him the ball, which they did. Almost sitting in a 3-2 zone now, Canada, really matching up well. Shot goes up, no good, but the fortune favours the brave. Canada come away with the rebound. Oh, just unselfish play, almost too unselfish to be fair for Canada. About 3 passes too many on that offense. Need a little bit more of a killer instinct on show to close those kind of possessions out. Canada back into a man defense now. Richards kicks it out. Clark open, doesn't get the score. Alexander with another rebound. That's his 6th of the night already. Kajami Keane is fouled from behind by Kyle Clark. And the Virgin Islands need to be careful. They only have 10 players listed. Already 8 personal fouls against them. Only 3 blown against Canada so far. Kajami Keane will head to the free throw line. 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 points coming from the free throw line so far for him. Make that 3 points now. Averaging 13 points a game. When I say averaging, he's only played in 1 previous game. Marlowe brings it up over the half for the Virgin Islands. They trail by 20. Only 2 minutes into the second quarter, and Canada have already asserted themselves on the game. The shot is no good from Richards. Lovely drive inside. The pass is a little bit too quick for Wiltshire to hold on to. It's a smart move by Mukama though. Playing in his first qualifier. Canada back into their zone defense. It's a tough pass from Samuel. It's never easy to execute when you're trying to throw a straight pass down the throat of the lane. Reduces the percentage chances of it even reaching your teammate, let alone being able to be collected, as Kajami Keane heads to the bench and Bell Haynes comes back in for Canada. Running a little weave on the perimeter, Canada, trying to create some space. And if anything, I would say at the moment, Canada are overcomplicating their offense, not taking the easy scores, trying to showboat and circus a little bit early in the game. Clark now drives the baseline, hands it off to Smith. Robertson with good hands to strip it away. There's a little bit of a wrestling match on the floor for possession. Officials point in favor of the Virgin Islands. Now the sweat's been mopped off the floor. We're ready to go again. Richards to inbound. Goes long to Clark. Clark will shoot the three because the shot clock was expiring. I don't think he particularly wanted the shot from that far out, but didn't have a choice after Samuel had burnt a few seconds off the clock, throwing some crossovers. Virgin Islands will make a change. Out of the game comes Clark. Into the game comes Jalal Johnson. Still a 20-point lead for Canada. Wiltshire open for three. Unusual miss for him. Shot goes up. Mukama working hard for that offensive board and earns himself a chip to the charity stripe. Chance to get his scoring underway. First foul blown on Jalal Johnson. Third team foul of the quarter for the Virgin Islands. Mukama misses the first of his two. Hits the second. Owen Klassen into the game for the first time as Canada look like they might be applying a little bit of a press. I think it might be a 2-2-1 that they fall into. It looks pretty loose though, maybe just to slow the Virgin Islands down ever so slightly. They'll drop back into a 2-3 zone again. Down low, Klassen straight into the action, knocks that one away. 2-on-1 break. Good move to the basket, but even better defense from the Virgin Islands, showing a bit of heart in that possession. And a scramble inside. Foul's going to be called on the floor as Smith works hard to secure the possession. Mukama called for that foul. Will now be a baseline ball for the Virgin Islands. 21-point lead for Canada. A little under 6 minutes left in the second quarter. Canada have followed the game plan, I imagine, almost to the beat. Get an early lead, control the game from the start, and hope that you can seal the win out as early as you can. They will have seen the Virgin Islands as a banana skim, something that potentially they could trip up on, but they shouldn't. And they need to try and take the win as early as they can. 21-point lead at this stage is certainly a big step towards that win as we see Christmas step back and hit a nice-looking jump shot. Hakeem Christmas, one of the highlight players so far for the Virgin Islands in this first half. He's up to 8 points. He's already pulled down 5 rebounds as well. Wiltshire now inside. If he'd shaped, he could have got a shot away then. Down to Klassen. Klassen's going to hand it off to Scrub. Scrub gets the shot away, but Christmas is right place, right time to grab the rebound. Amaro picks the dribble up, feeds the low post to Samuel. Sorry, to Smith. Jump ball's going to be called as Klassen reaches in and ties that one up. Possession arrow pointing in Canada's favour. Scrub now to Wiltshire. Canada move the ball so quickly and so beautifully, creating open opportunities like that one for Thomas Scrub to drop the three from the corner. Two-three zone again from Canada. I like the way it flexes though. If they need to pull it out to a 3-2 to cover some shooters, they can. They've split out into a man-to-man now, and that's caused confusion and turned the ball over. Bell Haynes, 3-on-1. There's the lob and there's the flush, but an offensive foul is going to be called. That is a very, very smart play indeed. Gotta love that play. Had no chance of really stopping the progression, but Johnson steps across, takes the charge off Bell Haynes, and that kills the bucket. Smart play by Johnson. Reads it well, takes the charge, wipes away the basket. Good hustle by Phil Scrub. Can only knock it out of bounds though, so Richards will maintain possession for the Virgin Islands. Coach Bjorklund will be happy so far. Game plan is going the way they want it to. Amaro, door closed off by Klassen. Shot goes up from outside and rattles that one home. This time it's Richards for three. And the Virgin Islands have been slow to start, but slowly but surely, they seem to be warming the engine up and getting their offense motoring. Wiltshire now drives in the lane, looks to pass it inside. That's off the hands of Klassen. So it'll be a turnover and Virgin Islands ball on the baseline. Amaro now. Moves it across to Johnson. Richards fakes the shot. Didn't draw the defense out the way he would like it to. He'll take the shot the second time though. No good. Klassen seals out well and grabs the rebound for Canada. Bell Haynes kicks it out. Scrub wide open. That one's short, and Canada's shooting form has dried up in the last few minutes, enabling the Virgin Islands to stay in the game. They trail by 19 still. That's a big rebound. Christmas drives inside. He comes up short again, but another rebound for Smith. And it's raining jumpers from the Virgin Islands. Unfortunately for them, none of them are meeting the twine. Bell Haynes kicks it out. Scrub's open again for the three. Rattles home this one. And Thomas Scrub showing his brother Phil Scrub how to do it. Timeout's been called by Coach Bo. His team now trail by 22 points. 41 to Canada, 19 to the Virgin Islands. Let's jump into their timeout. Let's hear what direction change that Coach Bo wants.
Pay attention, this is you and Rakim. You get it? All right? It's my wings and me. This is you and Rakim. We don't do this. We start off, this is how we're going to start on the zone. Listen to me. Try to enter to one of these, okay? The opposite, when you get there, because they play like a 1-2-1. When you enter here, this other person dive, okay? When he dive, you come up. You got this pass, and this pass. Come up, right? And then when you make this pass,
there's the corner three from Thomas Scrub, the elder of the two Scrubs. That's a pretty familiar face that we see in the stands. David Blatt making plenty of notes, looking studious as ever. For me, one of the greatest coaches that we've had in the modern era. I had the pleasure of watching him sneakily watching him have a couple of coaching sessions when he was head coach of Russia. Just a wonder to watch him drill that team. There's the pass, but there's too much sauce on the pass from Jalal Johnson. Christmas can't hold on to it, so it's another turnover for the Virgin Islands. Scrub now, hands it back to Bell Haynes. Bell Haynes with the cut, kick to the corner. Thomas Scrub wide open, doesn't get the roll this time. The Virgin Islands will come away with it. Christmas now at the top, looking for options in front of him. Not much movement, in fact no movement from his teammates at all. Their team offense is non-existent at the moment for the Virgin Islands. Wiltshire steps inside, draws the foul off Max Amaro. Wiltshire will head to the line for 2 free throws. Amaro will head straight to the bench on the back of that foul. Into the game will come Quinel Francis. Virgin Islands clearly missing Ivan Asker. Scored 19 points, grabbed 7 rebounds against the Bahamas in that loss yesterday. He's on the bench though, trying to help his team out whatever way he can. Wiltshire hits both his free throws. As we see Robertson come back into the action for Canada. Kama now up over the half. So Richards feeds it in now to Smith. Smith hands it off. Shot clock running down, gets it away, and it's a good score for Laron Smith. Scrub called for the foul. And they're the kind of tough-nosed plays that the Virgin Islands need to fight their way back into this game. Kajami Keane called for the foul, his first. Where's the rebound fall? Eventually it falls to Phil Scrub. Gets it into the hands of Kajami Keane. There's the lob pass, almost a big thunderous finish from Alexander, but the defense just gets in the way enough. 3 is short again for the Virgin Islands. They've not shot the ball well from outside today so far. 2 from 13 so far from downtown for the Virgin Islands. A few seconds away from the end of the first half here. 10 seconds now. Canada lead by 22. What can they do with this possession? They get the shot away. It's pulled down by Christmas. They've got seconds to work with. They'll have to launch it from their own half. It's no good. And that's going to be the end of the first half here in Santo Domingo. World Cup qualifier between the Virgin Islands and Canada. We're at the halfway stage, and it is fully Canada in the driving seat. Halfway through this one, Canada 43, the Virgin Islands 21. Here are your shooting stats across that first half. As I said, Virgin Islands shooting only 14% outside, whilst Canada 8 from 20. Canada also winning the rebounding battle 24-19. And putting the Virgin Islands under a fair bit of pressure, picking up 7 steals in that first half. Wiltshire leading all scorers with 12 points. Scrub just behind him with 11. Christmas, the leading scorer for the Virgin Islands. He has 8 so far. Here are some of the best plays from that first half of action, and it has been Canada all the way so far here in Santo Domingo. They came out red hot early on. They led the first quarter by 13 points. They then restricted the Virgin Islands to just 7 points in that second quarter. So it was offense paying dividends for Canada in the first quarter, defense leading the way in the second quarter, and that's what's given them an impressive 22-point lead at the halftime break. Leading the way for Canada from the start was Kyle Wiltshire, the big man stepping out, shooting the 3-ball, hit 2 early threes towards his 12 points. Also has 2 rebounds and an assist to his name. Also in double digits is Thomas Scrubb. He has 11 points for 3 from 5 shooting from distance. As for the Virgin Islands, no player in double digits yet. Raheem Christmas has certainly made a nuisance of himself in the paint, scoring 8 points and grabbing 8 rebounds in that first half. Just behind him is Xavier Richards with 5 points and 4 rebounds. Remember, this is game 4 of potentially a 12-game qualification campaign for these two teams. Canada, they're on their way to potentially 4 wins from 4 games. Unfortunately for the Virgin Islands, they're well on their way to their 4th loss in the last 4 games. If Canada win today, that will book them a spot in the second qualifying round and certainly gives them a big step towards qualification for the World Cup in Asia next year. And maybe more impressively is how good the team performance is for Canada. If I have one criticism for the first half of the Canadian team, is that they've played too much team basketball, which for someone like me who is a purist and loves the team angle of the sport is a rare thing to say and an unusual thing to say, but sometimes they've just lost and not had the killer, aggressive, give me the ball, get to the basket kind of mentality. A little bit overpassing at times when they could have just got easy scores. But that said, who am I to criticize when the team lead by 22 points at the half? As for the Virgin Islands, the teamwork is key for them. Can they bring it back in the second half? At the halfway stage here in Santo Domingo, it's Canada 43, the Virgin Islands 21.
Who will you become when the moment arrives and you're carrying the expectations of an entire nation, representing your people and their dreams, the colorful faces in the streets, the screaming fans in the stands? It's time to make your move. All eyes on you, all hope, all heart. Because when you win for all.
Finding Gaskins. Gaskins now a few seconds. Gaskins down the middle. Beautiful pass. Lays it up right at the end of the third quarter. And again, that man again, Olivier, has come ready to play.
So, went for the big one, went for the big finish.
Breathing time now. Virgin Islands looking for the opportunities. Lost entry pass for Afghan. And great transition from Bahamas. Mario Miller.
Gets his feet set for the 3, is no good. Oh, chance, nice pass. That's a super pass and one.
Final seconds, ticking off the clock. Mendoza. Guerrero has to launch it. He does! He gets the 3-pointer.
Samuel in the corner, Oscar on the top. Oh, almost lost the ball. Rachel's going to the 2, good finish.
Liz. Over the shoulder pass. Elor Vargas. turnover. Solano gets a hand. He goes for the blocking. The dunk and a great hustle back by Alexander. Delfino now coming up one screen. Might turn it over. Ayata transition. Ayata gets rejected. Wow. What a block. Marcos Vares says, no en mi casa. Tú no eres bienvenido en Buenos Aires.
Welcome back to Santo Domingo here in the Dominican Republic for this FIBA Basketball World Cup 2023 qualifier between Canada and the Virgin Islands. First half completed, Canada in the driving seat, leading by 22 points, but Raheem Christmas is doing all he can to stop that from happening. 8 points, 8 rebounds at the half-time for the big man in the Virgin Islands. But as I say, Canada really looking ever impressive in today's game. Virgin Islands really will need someone to come up alongside Raheem Christmas in the second half to help him fight the fight. On the other end of the floor, it's been Kyle Wiltshire all the way. Started the game in fine form from outside. Built himself to 12 points, 2 rebounds and an assist. The stretch big really is an unbelievable player and such a difficult matchup for any team he faces up against, as he has proved again here today. Happy to move the ball. Offensive rebound and the score in that situation as Bell Haynes blew his lines. Back to the basket and perimeter shooting. Both comfortable for Kyle Wiltshire. Canada have dominated the game pretty much from the opening tip. They led by 13 at the end of the first quarter, and that was led by an offensive onslaught. They scored 27 in the first quarter, but it was defense that kicked in for Canada in the second quarter, holding the Virgin Islands to just 7 points. They're back on the floor, warming up. Wiltshire leads them in scoring with 12 points. Alexander's already grabbed 7 rebounds. And Kajami Keane with 3 assists. They're their game leaders across the 3 key statistical categories. You could look at plenty of players in the roster that have played well. Wiltshire has 12 scrub. Thomas Scrub, that is, has 11 points as well. So there is scoring across the board. In fact, 8 of the 12 have already registered points on the scoreboard, with Wiltshire leading the way with 12 points. For the Virgin Islands, though, they've only had 8 players on the floor, and only 5 of those have scored any points in the first half. They're certainly going to have to increase the offensive output in the second half if they've got any chance of coming back into this one and taking a shock win. For Canada, remember, a win here means that they're definitely through to the second phase of qualification. They'll still obviously have 2 games to go in this first phase. They'll take place in late June, early July. But then they're guaranteed to be in the second phase, which will start up again in November this year. Virgin Islands still to take to the floor, as we see some of their players making their way out. The main man there for Virgin Islands, Raheem Christmas, comes back and takes a seat down on the bench, maybe saving some of his energy, as he's had to put a shift in so far, playing 17, well, almost 18 minutes of that first half. No Canadian player has played more than 13 and a half, Carl Wiltshire being the one with the most minutes. Can the Virgin Islands really turn this one around? The form book would say probably not. But you just never know. They have the ability to get up and down the floor in a hurry and get quick points. Christmas is leading them in both points and rebounding, 8 points and 8 rebounds. And then Amaro has 2 assists to his name. What does Coach Bo say to them in that halftime locker room? How has he been able to change the flow of the game? Has he been able to change the flow of the game? I suppose we'll only see when they get back on the floor. Remember, the Virgin Islands entered the game having lost their first 3 qualifiers, losing yesterday to the Bahamas in what many may have seen a must-win game. You have a feeling that it will be a fight between the Virgin Islands and the Bahamas for that third spot here in Group C to progress through to the next round. The Bahamas won yesterday's game pretty convincingly. However, the Virgin Islands will meet the Bahamas again on Friday the 1st of July, and if they can win the head-to-head on that one, there's a chance that they could make their way through to the second phase, and Coach Bo knows that. As for Canada, if they win today, which it looks like they're on the way to do so, then their final 2 games will be against the Dominican Republic and meeting the Virgin Islands again early in July. And I'd imagine that Coach Nick Nurse will be back at the helm, whilst Nate Bjorklund will move back down as an assistant coach. Both teams heading back to their benches for final instructions from the coaching staff. Let's see if we can get into the huddles and hear what the coaches have to say.
Canada, 1, 2, 3. Canada, let's go. Let's go, fellas.
Really is for Canada to almost lose the game now. They've done all of the hard work in that first half. They lead by 22, more than doubling Virgin Islands' half-time score. It's now for them to lock this game out, seal it as early as they can, and give the entire roster as many minutes on the floor as possible. Second half action underway here in Santo Domingo, and straight away business as usual for Raheem Christmas. Takes himself up to double digits with the first shot of the second half. It's a positive sign for the Virgin Islands. Bell Haynes now inside to Kyle Alexander as Richards hits the floor. Shot goes up, and the 3 is good. This time it's Trey Bell Haynes. Canada apply a little bit of full court pressure, more to slow Virgin Islands down than to steal the ball. Shot goes up from range. That one was Amaro, no good. Wiltshire pulls down the rebound in the end, gives it up to Bell Haynes. Let's see what the call's going to be. I think an offensive foul is going to be called on Wiltshire there for the moving screen. Locking Amaro out the way, I think, is what the officials have seen. I don't think Wiltshire's overly happy with the call, but I can certainly see why the officials called it that way. He was walking the player down the floor. Richards drives inside, tries to find it to the corner, but ends up sliding onto the hardwood. Gets helped to his feet by two Canadian players. Bell Haynes being harassed by Max Amaro. Running a weave at the top now. Uses the Alexander screen well to create space. Wiltshire open, corner pocket. Three is good. Kyle Wiltshire starts the third quarter as he did the first, draining a triple. Canada's lead extends out to 26 now. Samuel hands it off to Amaro. Stolen almost away by Wiltshire. He fronted Laron Smith, but the pass was just a little bit too lofted for Wiltshire to be able to control. So it'll be a baseline ball for the Virgin Islands. Samuel pulls up, three, no good. Rebound, fight, won by Laron Smith. Offensive foul's going to be called against Smith. He just drops the shoulder into Alexander. Smith's not happy, but it's the right call. Coach Bowe's not happy. I think more at his team than the officials. Bell Haynes hands it off to Wiltshire now. Great movement both on and off the ball, and Wiltshire once again hits another three. Really is a phenom from outside, Kyle Wiltshire. He's up to 18 points personal now. Richards hands it off to Smith. Not sure why Smith came back out. He had established space down low. Should have just gone up strong. Amaro's going to get called for the foul on Bell Haynes. Second team foul of the quarter on the Virgin Islands. I think Wiltshire fancies his chances. He does. A step back three and rattles home another one. There is a shooter that is feeling the flow right now, and I'm sure Coach Bjorkgren has given him the full green light. Anytime you want to shoot the ball, you shoot the ball, Mr. Wiltshire. You can see the confidence he has matching up against Christmas. A wry smile on his face. He knows what he's going to do. An even bigger smile as he runs down the floor with another 3 points in his back pocket. 21 points for Kyle Wiltshire now. Richards steps up, long two. Puts an air ball up. Wiltshire picks up another rebound. That's his fourth of the game. Coast to coast. Can't get the score, Alexander, as he's battling physically hard with Xavier Richards. Richards called for the foul. Alexander will head to the free throw line. As Canada are truly in cruise control right now, and I think the players are enjoying the game. Let's put it that way. Alexander just 63% from the free throw line prior to today's game. Off left with his first attempt. And the second as well, not on target for Alexander. Clearly an aspect of his game he'll need to work on. Definitely areas that look very impressive, but if the free throw game lets you down, it is an area that can really see you come undone. Amaro puts it back to Christmas. He hands it to Samuel. Good ball movement here from the Virgin Islands. They get the shot away and rattle home the three from the wing. And this time it's Richards with the triple. And he's up to 8 points personal now, Xavier Richards. Foul called there on Trey Bell Haynes. As we see Phil Scrubb heading back to the bench. Back into the game comes Robertson. And this is the pleasure for Coach Bjorkgren. He really doesn't see a level of quality dip no matter who he brings off his bench. There's quality through and through. Majority of them playing their trade in the European leagues. Aaron Best, the only one in North America playing for the G League side. Raptors 905. Feeder program for Toronto Raptors in the NBA. The rest of the players playing across Spain and Germany and Poland and Russia. .29 lead for Canada now. They continue just to squeeze the Virgin Islands a little more. Robertson back to Wiltshire. Wiltshire trying to create some space for a shot. Goes with a soft right hand. Seems to be better further away from the basket, Carl Wiltshire, than he does closer. Francis drives in. Nice pass. Nice little double pump from Smith to get the score. Takes himself under the defense and gets the score. Strong move to the basket for Kajami King. Robertson chasing Richards hard as Canada drop into their 2-3 zone again. Christmas now to Samuel. Shot clock down to 6. Samuel is going to draw the foul. That'll be a sideline possession because it's just the third team foul of the quarter on Canada. It's Kajami Keane that's been called for the foul as we see Thomas Scrubb head to the bench. Back into the action, I think, comes Khalif Young. Canada move back to their man-to-man defense. Richards inside. Oh, brings out a bit of a circus shot. Not sure he needed to, but it's a good-looking 2 points from Xavier Richards. Good ball movement. Best for 3. No good. Young fights for the rebound. It falls back into the hands of Robertson. Best again going against Richards. Passes inside, and a little bit too intricate now from Canada. Young goes to the basket, picks up the foul from LaRon Smith. There's the little circus move from Richards. The straight layup was available, but instead he'd go up and almost throw it over his head to get it in the bucket. When you're trailing by 29 points, I suppose anything goes to get your points rolling. Young misses the first of his 2. And a second as well for Young. Out at the races, but unfortunately a little bit too far. The pass pushed LaRon Smith past the basket. That's going to be another turnover. 4 minutes and 1 second still to play here in the third quarter. Smith will head to the bench. Kajami King controlling the point for Canada. To Wiltshire, that's within his range. All day long for Kyle Wiltshire. I'm not sure what warnings the Virgin Islands need, but Wiltshire almost himself said, "Are you really not going to guard me? We're not that far away." Puts the shot up and gets another whip sound for his good measure. Samuel's open for the 3, comes up short. That's a good rebound by McBean. McBean going to work down low. Wiltshire knocks him away though. Adding to his box score. Foul's going to be called. Let's wait to see what the foul is. It's called off the ball. Here's the Wiltshire, and it's almost like he looked at Rakeem Christmas and said, are you sure you don't want to come out and play some defense against me? You know I got a hot hand, right? You know I'm going to score from this range. And Christmas turned down the invitation to play some defense, and Wiltshire punished him the right way, hitting the 3 from range. 30-point lead now for Canada. Best almost misses everything, and the Canadian shooting from the free throw line has certainly left a lot to be desired. They're shooting below 65% from the charity stripe tonight. They're almost shooting better from three-point than they are on the free throw. Richards now with a handle too hot for even him to handle. Young steals it away. Canada force another turnover. Wiltshire, corner 3. Not this time. A rare miss for Kyle Wiltshire. He'll come to the other side instead as he looks to create his own space for the shot. Has to hand it off this time though. Kajami King with a little shake. The shoulder shake is just enough to create the space, to drive the lane for the 2 off the glass. Just a quick break in the game while some sweat's cleared off the floor. 2:40 to play here in the third quarter. A 33-point lead now for Canada. Really, from the opening tip, they've controlled this game. It's been played the way they wanted it to be played, as we see Mukama come back into the action. Wiltshire takes a seat on the bench for now. I'm sure he'll want back on the floor, though, to add to his ever-impressive tally. Francis hands it off to Samuel. Christmas fighting hard with Young to establish position. Young's got quick hands. It's going to remain Virgin Islands ball, but only 4 seconds left on the shot clock. They get the shot away in time. It's banked, but a little bit too heavily. So Best grabs the rebound for Canada. Foul's going to be called on Samuels. That will send Best to the free throw line. The Virgin Islands are a little bit depleted at the moment. Some of their players looking a bit downtrodden, a little bit beaten up. It's been a tough qualification window again for them, losing to the Bahamas. And now on the road to a heavy defeat to Canada. They've only scored 9 points in this quarter so far. Canada have poured in 20. Make that 21. Francis now hands it off to Richards, being guarded by Kajami King. Samuel drives to the basket, fades away on the baseline, comes up short. And once again, the help side defense from Canada is strong. Team defensive ethos helps. Kajami King in and out with the 3. That one's knocked back way too far, but no backcourt given. So it will be a Canada possession again. Slides inside, Best goes high. Young tries to get the putback dunk, but isn't soft enough with that final touch. Samuel's double teamed. Francis inside, hands it off. It's ripped away though by Robertson. 3-on-1 break. Robertson kicks it out. Kajami King for the long 2. And this is what I was talking about before. A little bit too showboaty, a little bit too selfless. They need to be more aggressive in those situations. Yes, they lead by 35, but it's about the discipline of going for the kill every time you get on the floor and every possession you have. 1 second left on the shot clock for Canada to work with. Christmas heads to the bench, as does Samuels. Amaro comes in. Also into the game is Johnson. Shot clock has expired, so that will be a turnover. The officials are now explaining that the shot wasn't got away in time. Canada lead by 35 with under a minute to play here in the third quarter. Francis extends it up over the half, being harassed by Robertson. Foul's going to be called. Canada not in the penalty yet. They are now, so the next foul will send Virgin Islands to the free throw line. That's Robertson's first foul of the game though, so no worries for him. McBean hands it off to Francis. Into the corner, the baseline opens up, has to go strong, should have just gone up the front side. Instead, Amaro looked to go on the reverse, which was always going to be difficult because he would have had to body almost through Young. Gajami Keane now. Back out, a long three goes up, in and out. Young with another rebound, gives it up to Best. That one stripped away. Good hands by Max Amaro. Two-three zone. In fact, it's almost a matchup now for Canada. And that will be the final shot of the third quarter. And another dominant quarter from Canada as they inch closer and closer to securing that spot in the next qualification round. At the end of three quarters, it's Canada 65, the Virgin Islands 30. Canada's shooting percentages look pretty impressive, shooting just as well from outside the arc as they are inside. They continue to put on a show here in Santo Domingo. Here are some of those top plays from the third quarter, and unfortunately for the Virgin Islands, it's another quarter that Canada have absolutely dominated, outscoring the Virgin Islands 22-9, the second quarter in a row where they've kept the Virgin Islands to just single digits offensively. And this game looks like it's only going one way, and that man there has been a single-handed wrecking crew right now, shooting the ball unbelievably well from range. The Virgin Islands have done the best they can to try and respond. They just don't have the depth in the roster, the experience within the roster to compete at the moment with this Canadian team. Especially as the Canadian team are exactly that. They're playing some great team basketball, sometimes too much team orientation in their basketball. But either way, it's given them a phenomenal 35-point lead after three quarters and put them on the road to a fourth win in a row here in the World Cup qualifiers. And you have to remember, on a personal level for each of these players, they're also fighting for a spot in that final 12 roster. There's your QR code if you want to download the World Cup Qualifiers app. Available on iOS and Android, so there's no excuses. Get your phones out, get it downloaded. It's a great app to have on your phone if you're a basketball lover. As I was saying, all of these Canadian players, they're fighting for a spot on the final 12 that will head to Asia next year. Okama inbounds the ball, and the final quarter is underway here in Santo Domingo. FIBA Basketball World Cup 2023 qualifier between Canada and the Virgin Islands. Oh my goodness me, things are going from bad to worse for the Virgin Islands. Canada entered the quarter up by 35. They now lead by 38. And the gulf between these two nations has truly been shown here today. The Virgin Islands know where the benchmark is. They know what they're aiming towards. And that's important that they play teams like Canada to understand that. Amaro trying to shake Robertson with a couple of crossovers. Robertson stays with him though. It's a good baseline drive. It's a tough shot though, and he falls out of bounds with possession. Clark trying his hardest to create for his team. Virgin Islands will make a change as we see McBean head to the bench and Raheem Christmas come back into the action. Christmas with 10 points, 9 rebounds. He's on his way to his double-double. In fact, bizarrely, we have a timeout called just 40 seconds into this final quarter. We're going to see if we can jump into these timeout huddles, hear what the coaches have to say.
You just pop, all right? All right, no matter what? No matter what. Whichever side you go, you pop, okay? Right, you die. All right? Let's go. So, hey, yeah, right. No, matter of fact, hey, you got Kyle. You got Kyle, all right? You say that the conversation. Let's go, guys. Let's go.
Can we get that dribble in here? Now we don't got to do some handoff either.
Talk on
You understand?
Virgin Islands calling the timeout, wanting to make some amendments very early in the final quarter. Only 40 seconds in. Unusual to see a team call a timeout that early unless something extreme has happened in the first few seconds. They've conceded a 3 as we see David Blood again overlooking the action, working for the Canadian team at the moment. Phenomenal basketball coach and a great human being overall. Hear a lot of good things about him. Klassen slides down the lane and keeps that upper body strength to score the 2. Canada applying a little bit more pressure on the ball, just straight up man press now. Tomato has the handle to get it over the half against Robertson though. Shot goes up from range. That's a sweet shot. Nice stroke from Quinnell Francis. Takes his tally out to 6 points now alongside 3 assists. Best moves it to Kajami King. Kajami King again. Drives inside, it opens up, floats up that soft teardrop, but not soft enough. Slightly too heavy and off to the right. Stolen away, out in transition for Canada now. And the score after a couple of offensive rebounds is good for Mukama. Certainly padded out his stats with that possession. Nice lob pass inside, but good defense by Klassen. Johnson now picks it up in the corner, takes the body contact. That looked exceptionally painful. As Johnson collides with a teammate. Not sure who it is on the floor, but he's holding almost his tailbone. Let's have a look. Oh, it's Amaro getting nudged by Mukama and Johnson. Hits the hardwood hard. Stretching his back out. Many a basketball player knows that pain. Lower back. He's slowly and gingerly back on his feet. And you just hope he's not seriously hurt. He's hobbling off. Canada will take the opportunity to make a couple of changes as Bell Haynes comes in and Young comes out. Kajami Keane and Robertson head to the bench. The officials are now going to look at this one to see if there was anything untoward in the collision between Mukama and Max Amaro. I'm not sure there was myself, but the official may judge it differently when they look at the replays. Yeah, there is a bit of a push from Mukama. Well, the officials deem that to be an unsportsmanlike foul. Let's have a look. Doesn't look like a huge push, but it's because Johnson's already there and he almost pushes Johnson into, Amaro into Johnson. Let's have a look what the officials say. Yeah, they're going to call an unsportsmanlike foul on Jean-Victor Mukama. So the Virgin Islands will get 2 free throws. Going to the line for the Virgin Islands is Richards. He'll take the 2 free throws for that unsportsmanlike foul. Doesn't get the roll with the first. Back at the line for the second. Okama there picking up the unsportsmanlike foul. I don't think you'd say it was intentional, but I can see why the officials interpreted it that way. And Richards doesn't make the Canadian team pay with the free throws, but the Virgin Islands will take possession as well. As we see Amaro on the floor having his lower back stretched out by the medical staff. Seems to be in a fair piece of pain. Samuel now at the top for the Virgin Islands. They trail by 39. Christmas drives to the basket. Shot clock's going to expire, but I think the foul was called before the shot clock expired. So a bit of a get out of jail free for the Virgin Islands there. Canada's discipline slipping a little bit in the last couple of minutes. Best called for the foul against Christmas. Christmas hits the first of his 2. It looks like Amaro is in a lot of pain. He's going to try and maybe head back to the locker room to get further medical attention. Richards hits both of, Christmas hits both of his 2 free throws. He's got his double-double now. 12 points, 10 rebounds for Rakeem Christmas. 1 point away from a qualifiers high for him. He had 13 and 10 against the Dominican Republic in game day 1. Bell Haynes now tries to get it to Klassen, but it's stolen away by Samuels. And it's stolen back by Young. Now got a 3-on-1 break to Best. Best goes strong and gets the score. And that's what I was talking about earlier in the game. In that situation, they need to keep their discipline and go and just get the ball scored, rather than trying to be selfless or overly creative and overpassing. The objective of the game, whether you're up by 30, 40, 50 or just 3, is to score the basketball. Rakeem Christmas fades away, can't get the score this time. Nice outlet pass by Klassen to Best. Draws the contact, gets the score, but the offensive foul has been called on Best. Shakes his head and looks to the sky. That's his 3rd personal. Let's have a look. Yeah, I can see it's not the shoulder contact, it's that right arm that extends and just nudges Samuels out the way. If all he'd done was pushed his shoulder against Samuels, that would have just been a good offensive play, but extending the arm out is where the officials have a problem. Best is going to get called for another foul. That will be his 4th foul. That will also be Canada's 4th foul of the quarter. So there could be quite a few trips to the free throw line ahead for the Virgin Islands. Francis now. Got the space for the 3. Gets it away and gets the score. Cornell Francis up to 9 points alongside 3 assists. And he certainly put a contribution in. One of those players that may be slightly under the radar in the Virgin Islands team, but that's a strong play at the other end of the floor. As Bell Haynes with the quick first step explodes to the basket, draws the foul and stays with the play to get the 2. It is just a quick first step that gets Richards onto his shoulder. Gets him the score and the trip to the free throw line. Takes his personal tally to 6 points alongside 4 assists today for Trey Bell Haynes. He's been averaging 9 points a game in the qualifiers. Francis now drives inside. There's the lob, and what a tough finish, but well finished by LaRon Smith. Unbelievably used the grass. Here's Bell Haynes, and there's not going to be an easier two for him tonight than that one. He's up to 8 points now, very close to what he scored in the previous game. Samuels turns into his own player. Smith now goes again against Young. Young with a good defense this time. Klassen picks up the airballed shot. There's the pass inside to Klassen. Oh, what a dish off from Klassen to Young. Such a quick mind. Read the cut from Young so well, Owen Klassen. Just a touch pass down into Young's path. Young can't get the score, but he does well enough to get to the free throw line, and we are getting into the final 5 minutes of this fourth quarter. Timeout has been called here in the arena. At the moment, Canada lead by 39 points. The Virgin Islands call the timeout. Let's listen to their huddle.
Last 4 minutes, you guys have locked in. Playing for qualification. Don't get pissed off. Just think about what we're trying to do. All right? Now listen. Just play basketball. If you deny it, yo, just slip it. Okay. No, listen to me. Right now, guys. Yeah, get him some water, get a towel, soak it up. We gotta come out and do what we gotta do.
First, we left this time out. Y'all said I was in the horns action.
You're not in the horns action.
No, you're on the wing. Yeah, because no, we have LaRon in there. You see, now you're a guard.
Thank you.
Why they express that?
You look at the personality with
It don't matter. I do what my coaches told me to do.
Once again, a fair amount of dissent in that Virgin Islands huddle. Some confusion as well. And you wonder how much of that contributes to the 39-point deficit they currently face as well. They just seem to lack some cohesion at the moment as a team. As much as learning the playbook, learning your defensive philosophy, coming together as a team in these kind of tournaments is absolutely key. And hopefully the Virgin Islands can regather, recompose for the final qualification window in a few months' time. Young gets the first from the free throw line. And the second, good shooting from the free throw line from the young big. He's up to 7 points now, also has 6 rebounds, put in a good shift. Been on the floor 13 minutes. Christmas, nice use of the jab step to create the separation with Klassen, but the jump shot is slightly off target. 4.5 minutes to play. Canada lead by 41. They have been exceptionally impressive, and as I say that, Trey Bell Haynes just takes his eye off the ball for a split second, and they turn it over. 1-2-2 press for Canada now. Quite loose though. They're going to switch into a man. Plenty of switching at the top though. Pass inside is off target. Klassen out at the races. He's going to give it up to Best, who will throw it down with 2 hands. Aaron Best. Unselfish play by Owen Klassen. Gets himself an assist though. Christmas, no good. Rebounding fight. Knocked out of bounds by Canada. So the Virgin Islands will take possession on the baseline. They'll have 14 seconds on the shot clock to work with as well. Long inbound pass to Francis. He'll pull the trigger on a 3. Rebound easily collected by Jean-Victor Mukama. Bell Haynes feeds Klassen in the low post. Lovely baseline spin, and Christmas left with no alternative but to foul Klassen or end on the wrong side of a poster. Klassen will head to the free throw line for 2 free throws. One of those glue guys, Owen Klassen. Doesn't need the plaudits or the headlines, just comes in. Fills whatever role his team and his coaches need him to do. Once again, that's what he's done tonight. And for Coach Bo, discussion with his coaching team, but almost back to the drawing board once again after another tough qualification window. Leaves their chances of qualification for the World Cup hanging by a thread. Richards has certainly shown us he has a handle here today. Pass inside is easily intercepted by Young. The pick and roll not clean enough. Bell Haynes to Klassen. Klassen inside, gets the score. Owen Klassen once again just showing that although he's happy to take that background roll, he does have the ability to get the dirty work done down in the paint and get the score. Lob pass inside to Samuels. Double team just steps up on him. Ball's knocked away by Mukama. So Virgin Islands will take possession with 8 seconds left on their shot clock. Let's see who the foul's on. I think they're calling it on Klassen. Canada in the penalty. So that will send Raheem Christmas to the free throw line for shots. Christmas definitely one of the standout performers for Virgin Islands today as he connects with the first of his 2. Takes his tally to 13 alongside 10 rebounds. Not the most efficient 13 points, 4 from 11 from the field. He's played over 33 minutes as well. He's really put a shift in today once again for his country. This is now his best performance in the qualifiers, surpassing his 13 points, 10 rebounds display against the Dominican Republic in game day 1. Klassen inside, goes to the right hand, gets another score. Owen Klassen waking things up here in the dying embers of this one. He's up to 8 points now alongside 3 rebounds. It's his best performance of the qualifiers so far. Francis, little shake, little shimmy to try and create some space. Richards crossover and the spin move. Doesn't get the space, but does get a relatively good shot away. Bell Haynes now. Catch and shoot for Mukama. Unfortunately, it's an air ball, and Samuel brings it down for the Virgin Islands. 47-point lead now for Canada. Baseline drive, hands it off to Christmas. Christmas just bodies his way to the basket. No good with the score, though. Best will pick it up. The 2-on-1 break is here for Canada. And the layup is given with ease for Trey Bell Haynes. He's up to 10 points personal alongside 6 assists now, Bell Haynes. Another player in double digits for Canada. Oh, Christmas is fouled and knocked to the floor. Good sportsmanship from Young and Klassen as they help their fellow forward to his feet. Substitution as we see Mukama come to the bench and Kajami Keane come back into the game. And I'm sure Coach Bjorkgren will be pretty happy with what he's seen. He's rotated throughout his team, given plenty of minutes to as many players as he could, and they've responded well. 4 players in double digits scoring. 10 of the 11 players that have seen action on the floor registering points. Only Phil Scrubb, who hasn't scored but has seen time on the floor. For the Virgin Islands, they've got 2 players in double digits. They've played 9 players and only 5 have actually got any points on the board. Smile on the face for the coach. No surprise, really. He's put out some good game plans for the two qualifiers in this window, and his team have turned up and executed exceptionally well. Christmas makes the second of his two after missing the first. Bell Haynes now waves away Klassen, wants to shape up against Christmas on his own. And Kajami, keen, just spills it out of bounds, was busy thinking about what he was going to do with the ball before he actually had hold of it. And the Virgin Islands will go again as we enter the final minute now of our game here in Santo Domingo. Been slightly processional here in the second half, that's for sure, as Canada had done such an amazing job in the first half of really just stepping on the throttle and not looking back. Francis for three, he comes up short. Klassen pulls in the rebound again. Klassen takes himself now up to 3 rebounds and 8 points. Klassen looking to feed it inside. It's off the hand of Christmas, so it remained Canadian ball. A wry smile on the face of Klassen as he knew that that pass inside to Young was always going to be difficult. That flattened angle makes it a tough pass. Bell Haynes, catch and shoot, corner pocket is good, nothing but net. And that's a way for them to sign out for sure. A 51-point lead now for Canada. And the Virgin Islands going to play through. There's about a half-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. They get a shot away, and what a big shot from Richards. Hits the three. He's up to 13 points now. Canada will bring it up over the half. And slow it out. That will be the end of the game here in Santo Domingo. And Canada have put on a schooling here against the Virgin Islands. The final score is Canada 94, the Virgin Islands 46. A big win and an important step forward for Canada. Here are the shooting stats from the game. Canada continue to shooting the ball exceptionally well, 45% from outside. Big scoring. They also dominated the rebounding battle, 46-28, and you can tell they play some good team basketball. 25 assists for their 94 points. Wiltshire leading them in scoring with 24 points. Bell Haynes 13, best 12. And Raheem Christmas was the leading scorer with the Virgin Islands with 15. Xavier Richards just behind him with 13. Here are some of the big plays from that second half of action. And it really was another Canadian show without a shadow of a doubt. They killed the game off in the third quarter, really, outscoring the Virgin Islands 22-9. That really did end any chance of the Virgin Islands fighting their way back into this one. But that wasn't enough for Canada. They then went and extended the lead by another 13 points in the final quarter. Where do you look at for Canada and their standout performances? Well, the first stop is Kyle Wiltshire. The big man scoring 24 points in a little under 21 minutes of court time. 6 from 10 from downtown for him. 4 rebounds and an assist and 1 block to his name as well. 3 other players in double digits for Canada. Trey Bell Haynes with 13 points, 2 rebounds, 6 assists. Aaron Best with 12 points, 4 rebounds and 2 assists. And then Thomas Scrubb came in with 11 points and 3 assists. Wonderful team performance. 11 players all getting on the floor. All of them getting over 12 minutes of court time. All of them scoring except with Phil Scrubb, who failed to score in the nearly 13 minutes he spent on the floor. For the Virgin Islands, it was a tough night at the office yet again. Their top scorer was Raheem Christmas. He came away with a double-double from his 36 minutes of action. 15 points, 10 rebounds, and an efficiency score of 13. Xavier Richards, the only other player in double digits with 13 points. No points coming off the bench either, which is problematic for Coach Bo and his assistants. That's always going to make it difficult for them to come away with the wins. But again, this is a big win for Canada and a big step forward. This guarantees them a place in the second qualification round, but more importantly, keeps their unbeaten qualification campaign going. They've won their first 4 games, 2 wins over the Bahamas and a win apiece over the Dominican Republic yesterday and the Virgin Islands today. As for the Virgin Islands, worrying times with regards to their qualification for the World Cup in Asia next year. They are 0-4 after the first 4 games of the qualifiers. 2 losses against the Dominican Republic and now losing against the Bahamas and Canada leaves them stuck at the bottom of the table with 2 games still to play. For the Virgin Islands, they face Bahamas and Canada in the final qualification window of this first round in early July. Whereas for Canada, they face the Dominican Republic and will go up against the Virgin Islands again to close out their first round qualification campaign. Canada will be eyeing a clean sweep. They want to go 6-0. They sit top of the table now, 4-0. Virgin Islands at the bottom of the table. The final game here in this qualification window starts shortly here in Santo Domingo as the Bahamas take on the Dominican Republic. What a game we've had here. A real statement from Canada, not just across the Americas, but across world basketball. They are here to stay, and they have put on a show. The final score here in Santo Domingo is Canada 94, the Virgin Islands 46. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you again soon.